Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to talk about interjection. Interjection is one of the part of the speech in English, and we're going to discuss about the definition and kinds of interjection. Interjections are expressions that can stand on their own or be contained within sentences. These words and phrases often carry strong emotion and convey reaction. Some of the examples of interjection are whoops, ouch, yabadabadoo. So when you say the interjection word, remember, it's going to convey your reaction, whether you're surprised, happy, or maybe amazed. So an interjection is a kind of exclamation inserted into regular speech. Actually, it is a brief and abrupt pause in speech for expressing emotion. So there are 4 rules of interjection that you have to know. There are 4 characteristics of interjection. Rule number 1. Interjection don't have a grammatical function in sentence. Rule number 2. They usually cannot be modified or inflected. Rule number 3. They do not have to have a relation to the other part of the sentence. And rule number 4. They are highly context sensitive. Something that you should remember about the interjection is that in the spoken language, interjection are the word we instantly use to show our reaction to something which influences our emotion. They are the initial reaction and sometimes do not even make sense. However, for formal speech or writing, using interjection is not appropriate. So interjection usually happen in speaking. It could be formal or informal. But it happens spontaneously, should be happen spontaneously. But in writing, the use of interjection, it's considered to be inappropriate, especially in formal writing. There are 7 kinds of interjection. The first one is primary interjection, secondary interjection, mild interjection, strong interjection, volatile interjection, emotive interjection, cognitive interjection. So primary interjections and the secondary interjections is the interjection which is called as a basic interjection. But we're going to discuss about the primary interjection first. What is the primary interjection? Primary interjection is the word that are exclusively among the other interjection. It is exclusive and cannot be classified as any part of the speech. That Why it's called as primary? Because it's special and exclusive. You're not going to find it on any part of speech, only on a primary interjection. What are they? Like pew, wow, blah, huh, ow, God, oops, hooray, yuck, gee, ugh, ouch, alas, Jesus, meh. So what are the example in a sentence? Like the example, oops, my bad. Wow, you had time to join us. Alas, I couldn't be there on time. The secondary interjection is the noun, the adjective, and other part of speech that act as interjection on occasion are called secondary interjection. So different with the primary interjection, which is cannot find in other part of speech. The secondary interjection you can find it in other part of speech, because the noun, the adjective, and the other part of speech can include into the secondary interjection. What are the examples? Indeed, I was waiting for your premonition. Goodness, how did you go through all this book in a day? Holy cow, you're the last person I expected. So based on the severity of the speaker, the interjection will have two kinds of interjection, which is mild and strong. But we're going to discuss the mild interjection first. So what is the mild interjection? The relatively mild expression of feeling and emotion is usually called mild interjection. This type of interjection typically separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. Oh, I was looking for you. Well, it wasn't very easy. I'm doing well. See, it's separated by comma, not the exclamation mark. Yeah, the reactions of the speakers usually very calm, very mild. So in the expression facial, it's very calm. The feeling is very gentle. Strong interjection. The strong outbursts of expression are determined as a strong interjection. These types are typically separated from the rest of the sentence by exclamation marks. Like the examples, yay! I finally passed! Bingo! Found it! Ouch! That hurt! So the reactions is very hard and strong. It's usually after the exclamation you are going to pause a little while and then you are going to continue with the next sentence. So, comment, requests, and wishes are usually expressed with vocative interjection, like in the speech, I want. The expressions are replaced with vocative interjection. Or maybe the word enough express the wish to stop listening to someone and maybe put forward a contesting statement. Or maybe we can use shh, tend to express the speaker wish to drive someone away. So, can you give me the example? Yes, like shh. It means you have to be very quiet. Example, shh. Shh. We have to keep it quiet. Ahem is a request to attention, to pay attention. Like the example, ahem, I was looking at another problem. So, vocative, it could be a comment, request, and wishes. Okay, to someone else by saying something like, shh, something like that. Emotive interjection, the word to express sudden spur or emotion like surprise, delight, sorrow, disgust, and fear, or emotive interjection. This type usually replace the I feel expression in speech. Ooh means to convey I feel disgust, and feel mean to express I feel relief. Like the example, ooh, I feel disgusted. Ooh, what is that filthy smell? Ouch! I feel hurt. Ouch! These ants stings. Yippee! I feel elated. Yippee! We ended the year victorious. Cognitive interjection. So what is cognitive interjection? Words that are born of cognition and used as exclamation are called cognitive interjection. These types are used to convey the feeling and emotion that people come across and understand through experience. Like the example, well, I'll try harder. Bravo! What a performance! Gosh, you're so fast. So this is the exclamation because you are praising, conveying. You are admit somebody else goodness or somebody else cleverness. Because you already know the person. There are some rules in interjection, just like what I have already told you, but this is the detailed information. Rule number 1. Interjection mainly have 4 rules. Number 1, interjection express a sudden mood, emotion, and feeling with emphasis. There are also many taboo words that are usually used in everyday conversation, but not in informal aspect. These words fall into the category of interjection. Example: Wow, that's an amazing scene. Ow, I did not want him to come. What? You never told me that. Rule number 2. Some interjection interrupt a conversation or a thought or hold someone's attention for a moment. These are just sounds, not words, because these sounds do not make any sense. Your shirt has a stain on the back. I want to ask you out on a date. Yeah, there's some interjection that only the interruption in a conversation. They do not really mean nothing. It's only a nonsense sound. Rule number 3, some interjection express only yes or no. Yes, I will most definitely do it. Nah, we are not going. Nah mean no, okay? So yes and no are included into interjection too. Rule number 4. Some are used to get someone attention. Like the example, yo, Alec, get in the car. Hey, will you give me that ball? Yoo-hoo! Is there anyone? Gitu. Try to have attention. Okay. Okay, thank you. That's all about the explanations about the interjections. I want you to practice to make your own interjection by making a comment on the comment column section below, please. Thank you for your attention and see you on the next video. Bye bye.